Magnus Carlsen first picked up chess pieces at the age of 5. It wasn't love at first sight. He left the board behind for a year. But when he came back at 8, guided by his father and inspired by books, he became obsessed. Within months, he was memorizing thousands of positions and solving puzzles meant for adults. That spark carried him all the way to becoming the youngest player, at the time, to earn world number 1. That's just one story. But here's the real question. Why do any of us start playing chess? Sometimes it's a parent or a sibling. Sometimes a school club. Sometimes a random moment that sticks forever. And that's what today's episode is about. The origins. The sparks. The beginnings. Why grandmasters, everyday players, and maybe even you, first sat down at the board and decided to play. Welcome to Chess and Beyond. Starting anything in life is never simple. Do you remember the first time you tried to drive a car or cook a real meal? You felt lost, clumsy, unsure. Chess is no different. At first, even the knight's strange hop feels impossible to grasp. But those shaky beginnings are what make the journey unforgettable. For some, chess begins at home. A father teaching his child. A grandfather setting up a board after dinner. Family tradition is one of the oldest doors into the game. For others, it starts at school. A casual after-class club. A teacher placing pieces in front of curious kids. What begins as a break from homework becomes a lifelong passion. And sometimes it's pure chance. A chess set left on a shelf. A neighbor showing you how the knight moves. Or a book in the library that makes you stop, open it, and get hooked. Chess sneaks into life in ways we never expect. Through family. Through community. Or through small random sparks that light a fire we carry forever. Even the greatest champions began somewhere simple. Magnus Carlsen first got serious about chess because of his sister. He didn't want to be left behind, so he studied harder, and soon he was beating her. What started as sibling rivalry became the spark of a world champion. Anand learned chess from his mother at home in India. She taught him the moves, and he fell in love with the speed of the game. Later, he became known as the Lightning Kid, famous for playing blitz faster than anyone. Bobby Fischer discovered chess when he was 6. His sister bought a cheap set from a candy store, and Fischer played alone for hours. That obsession never left him, and it carried him all the way to the world title. Judith Polgar was different. She didn't stumble on chess by chance. Her father made it her world. Her father believed genius could be trained, and Judith became proof of his theory. From childhood, she played and studied relentlessly, eventually becoming the strongest female player in history. Every champion's beginning is unique. But in each story there's that first moment, where curiosity turned into passion. Not every chess story begins with a family or a teacher. For many, it started with a TV series. When The Queen's Gambit launched on Netflix in 2020, the world of chess changed overnight. The story of Beth Harmon, her struggles, and her brilliance at the board captured millions. And the numbers were astonishing. In the weeks after the show's release, Chess.com gained over 5 million new members. Google searches for chess hit their highest level in almost a decade. And chess sets sold out worldwide. For an entire generation, The Queen's Gambit was the first spark. Proof that sometimes, all it takes is one story on a screen to make people sit down at the board for the very first time. Starting chess is one thing. But staying with it? That's another story. At first, it might be curiosity. You learn how the pieces move, you play a few casual games. Maybe you even win one. But then something changes. For some, the reason to stay is the chase for mastery, wanting to improve, to understand the deeper layers of the game. For others, it's community, clubs, tournaments, or even just late-night games online with friends. And for many, it's personal. Chess becomes a safe place, a way to focus, a way to find calm in a noisy world. We all start for different reasons. But the reason we stay often tells a bigger story about who we are and what we need the game to be. But what about me? Why did I start chess? For me, it wasn't a family tradition or a school club. It was a movie. I found Searching for Bobby Fischer on an old videotape. I watched it once, then again and again, until I knew the scenes by heart. Something about it struck me. The drama, the beauty of the game, the feeling that every move carried meaning. It was love at first glance. I'm not the best player in the world, not even close. But chess fascinates me. It keeps pulling me back again and again because it's more than a game. It's a story, a mirror, and a mystery I'll never get tired of exploring. And that's why I'm here sharing these episodes with you. Chess has a way of staying with us. Even if we step away for years, the board is always there, waiting. Some players quit young, frustrated by the difficulty, only to return later in life with fresh eyes. Others discover it in childhood, drift away, and then find themselves teaching the game to their own kids decades later. The beauty of chess is that it doesn't expire. The rules stay the same, but the meaning changes as we change. What once felt like competition may later feel like meditation. What once was about winning may become about connection. That's why chess is more than just a game. It's a lifelong companion, ready to challenge you, comfort you, or surprise you, no matter how many times you come back. So in the end, chess is never just about the pieces. It's about beginnings. About that first spark that makes you sit down at the board. For Magnus, it was rivalry with his sister. For Anand, it was his mother teaching him at home. For me, it was a movie on an old videotape. Everyone's story is unique. And that's what makes the game so powerful. Now it's your turn. Why did you start chess? Share your story in the comments. Maybe it will inspire a future episode here on the channel, because the truth is simple. Chess is more than a game. It's a story we each carry, and it always begins with that very first move.